Larry catches the biggest bass.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back, welcome back. So last night I came out to this lake and we had a pretty good evening on a jig. I fished for 2 hours. I came out here with the intent of throwing a rattle trap just because the bites kind of slowed down for me out here, and we ended up having a really good evening on a black and blue jig. And I caught a couple out deep, caught a couple out, caught two shallow, like right up on the bank, which was kind of surprising to me because this time of year, you know, we really don't think about casting directly on the bank. I always feel like I have to be at least like casting out here somewhere. I can't be casting up here. I gotta be out here somewhere. Especially the water temp 64 degrees. I mean, you never know. You never know. We could have just found some weird fish yesterday. I don't know, or that could be where they're at. So I say all that to say, normally when I come out here and I have my fish finder, I go through a few spots that are just loaded. It looks like crappie, honestly. I don't know if it's crappie, but it could be crappie. And I'm no crappie expert, but luckily for me, I have a pretty good friend named country cousin Greg that is a crappie expert. He does a lot of crappie fishing stuff, and I'm tired of seeing him have all the fun catching crappie. So I brought the micro rod out today, and where that is the basis of today's videos. We're gonna try to do some crappie fishing / micro fishing, because one thing that I discovered about throwing these micro lures is that when you throw them, you catch everything. Like, you could be crappie fishing, but you'll also catch bass. You can catch bluegill, you can catch whatever. So I'm gonna do some bass fishing today. Also, all the bass that I've been seeing, I don't think that's a bass, but all the fish that I've seen have been like on the bottom and spread out on the bottom. So I'm a jig fish whenever we go over a tree. If we see, that felt like one, that was kind of weird. If we see something that kind of resembles a bass on the fish finder, we're gonna keep fishing. We're gonna come back to that spot and we are going to fish it a little bit with the ultralight combo and see if they're crappie or what are they that are hanging out in this lake. Because some of the spots that I've seen are just massive schools of something. I don't know what they are, and that curiosity is killing me. So man, I'm surprised we didn't get bit right there. That would be a cool bite if one eats it right here. Might be a little bit too close to this tree, but we'll see. All right, nothing there. In theory, the fishing should get better the farther we go back, because there's more brush piles and stuff like that, more structure back here in this creek for the fish to hang out on. Then also yesterday, my first two fish came on a black and blue jig. I feel like I'm getting picked up right here and put down. So yesterday, my first couple of fish came on a black and blue jig, the 3/8 ounce football head jig by Berkeley. So I broke it off, and I was going back through a section I had already fished, so I just wanted to change the color up, and I tied this one on that I'm fishing with right now. The reason why I threw the jig, I started out yesterday really thinking that the rattle trap would work, because I haven't really been wanting a crankbait, haven't wanted a jerkbait, so I was like, maybe a lipless will be the key. But also all the fish that I've seen here recently on the fish finder have been scattered out on the bottom, so I wasn't sure. I like the lipless because you can really control the depth. If you want it in 2.5 feet, you can put it in 2.5 feet. If you want it running across the bottom, you can do that. So I kind of figured that would be the best, you know, general purpose lure, until I fished with it for about 15 minutes and didn't get a bite. And, you know, whatever I do normally, for the most part, it works. So since when it didn't work after 15 minutes, I was like, I need to make a switch, tied on the jig, and we were able to kind of put together a little something, but we're gonna see if we can. It was only in one pocket, so I mean, we could have just ran to fish that were, you know, end of the day, they were up shallow feeding that last little bit of daylight. So there's one. Oh, dude, my line was swimming. I need to stand up. I suck at sitting down hook sets. Not gonna lie, kinda heard about that one. That was definitely a fish for that. Oh, see, look at that. See, there's a few bass definitely down there. Like, I can't tell you which ones are bass. That blob could be one. We're not gonna get too caught up in looking at that though. Kind of want to catch one first and then. All right, we got a little bit of wind blowing back in here. I got a slobberknocker tied on. We're gonna throw it. It's just a little white slobberknocker, and I'll be able to cover a little bit more. I'll be able to cover a little bit more water. This side doesn't really look too jiggy to me. Whoa, a little rocky there. Yeah, this looks a lot better. Feeling the slobberknocker over here a little bit more. Especially with the wind we got, I feel like you're crazy not to throw it. And we got the wind to our back. We can bomb this thing down this bank. But I am gonna have to do is turn the trolling motor off. Woo! Should not have turned around backwards. Got him. Oh, small one. I was about to say, it came off. First one on the jig, baby. He barely tapped it. Finally. So I think so my rudder just stopped working. I still have it in the water just to kind of help me track straight, but I have to steer with the motor instead of steering with my feet. First one of the day, guys. Still looking for like a school of hopefully crappie somewhere on a tree, but haven't found any. First one, maybe a little 12, 13 incher. Not too bad. We'll take it first one. But yeah, my rudder, it'll turn all the way to the right, but when it's time to go the opposite way to the left, it only turns a little bit of the way. So hey, got one. I don't know what it is, but we got one. You come off? Oh, it's my drag so loose. I don't know yet. Oh, little bluegill. Haha. It's our first one. Oh. Not a little bluegill, a big bluegill. First one. Pretty good looking bluegill. Check them out. Thank you, sir. That was fun. Kind of thought I got hung up there for a second. All right. Well, that's promising. Forgot how much fun this could be. Since we caught our bass, now I won't feel bad if we do this for the whole time. I've said it so many times and I'm gonna say it again. If you have never fished with the micro combo, I highly suggest going to go get one. Just getting the smallest rod and reel that you can find that actually works and it's not gonna crap out on you. We've caught bass on this thing. I've caught so many different species on this. And what's gonna be crazy is if we can hook into like a good one out here, because there's a few good ones. There's more than a few. There's a whole bunch of good ones out here. And by good, I mean like 2-3 pounders. If we can hook into one of those on this, shoot, that might be. It's gonna make it pretty interesting. All right. Now what's gonna be real cool is when we get over here to this tree. Oh, there's a few little fish down there. All right, let's see. We're gonna tie on another black and blue jig. 3/8 ounce football head. Man, I hate my rudder not working. I'm so comfortable. I got so comfortable with being able to turn using the rudder. Now not having it, don't want to say it's difficult because at least I still have the trolling motor. It beats having to paddle. The positivity in me hates to complain about, you know, something not working, but at least it's not like a day-ending problem. There we go. Oh, that's a bass. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. This is a good one too. Oh. Oh, okay, flip. That was as big as the first one we caught. Look at that, guys. Talk about fun. It doesn't get any better than that. I mean, that bass sprayed me 3 times. Hooked him perfect in the upper lip. Let's go, boys. Check that out. I'm sure the camera's probably covered with water. Cool. Whew. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. I feel like this might, oh, this gonna hit me. I feel like this microfishing might be the cheat code to like the fall bite being tough, or whenever the bite stuff, even like middle of the summer. Then also too, this little curly tail, I can't tell you too much about it. I really don't know what it is, but this little curly tail definitely has a lot of action to it also. So I'm sure that definitely helps more than it hurts us. I'm gonna spot lock us right here because there's definitely some fish just around this tree in the general area that we're in, especially after catching that bass right there. I like to fish right here for a minute. We got 2 bass and a bluegill. Well, 3 bass if you count the one we caught on the jig, and then a bluegill. Ooh, that hit right there. Alright, we're gonna put the jig back behind us for a minute. We're about to retie and go to work on some of these fish. I know for a fact there's fish sitting on this tree. Let's see, we'll go chartreuse head. All right, 16th ounce head. And we're gonna go with the, what else do we have? What does this look like? Yeah, we're gonna bite a little bit off of it. Just a little bit. Okay. All right, should imitate a shad for the bass, or it can imitate a shad for the bluegill. Something, you know, good, small, quick, easy meal. Something that everybody loves, not just the fish, but me as well. Ooh, they're chasing bait over there. Hey. There's an armadillo right there. I'm not sure if y'all can see that. Hey. Probably not the smartest creatures in the world. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. I know their eyesight isn't good. I guess hearing either. What do they move by, like feeling vibrations maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I whistled and I ate at him. He didn't do nothing. There we go. Oh, what? What is that? Oh, a little bluegill. Okay. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, you ate that pretty good. Boom, bluegill. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It feels so funny going from that micro rod to a bait caster. Just the weight difference and actually having to put a little bit of force behind your cast is just takes a little bit of getting used to. All right, so I put the bibs on. It's not cold out here. The mosquitoes are just really bad. So I just I did this yesterday and it worked. And I was like, I'd rather sweat a little bit or be a little warm and not be so ate up than get back in here with these mosquitoes. Cause I mean, if y'all probably have lakes that y'all know how it is, especially in the summertime, the sun starts to go down a little bit, the wind starts to die off, and it's just like the mosquitoes are like, it's our time, let's go, baby. Let's go find somebody to bite. And I'm trying to prevent that today. I'm gonna make it hard for them. I'm gonna give them a challenge. All right, let's go back micro combo. Man, I'm gonna have to go through here with the rattle trap because there's a whole bunch of them on the bottom. I think that's the only thing I really have tied on to fish the bottom other than that jig. Oh, see. A lot of the fish that were on this tree look like they've left. I mean, that tree was loaded a week and a half ago. I'm not sure if they were crappie or what they were, but there was a whole bunch of them in there. I would like to catch a crappie before the evening's over. I'm sure there's one somewhere in this pocket. Shoot, there's probably one somewhere on this tree. But it might take a little bit more exploring than what we have time for this evening to find one. But that was pretty much the, hey. Calm. That was pretty much the plan, was to fish that tree. And now there's nothing on it, so we're gonna have to figure something out. There we go. Oh, good one. Good one on the Warpig. Ooh, I saw all these fish on the fish finder. Oh, that's a good one. Come here. All these fish on the fish finder are literally sitting on the bottom, like you can see them all right here. So like, this is really the only bait that I have tied on at the moment that I can really control the distance. And I've already thrown the Slobberknocker. I could probably do it with it, but this half-ounce Warpig will fall a lot faster. So, and I have it on that slower gear ratio reel, so it'll kind of be a better option for me. Because it'll give them time to eat it, especially since they haven't really eaten anything super quick this evening. It kind of makes me think that they'll be a little lethargic. I'm trying to get you, dude. I promise I'm gonna get you. Ooh. It's fish number 4 or 5 of the evening. Awesome, thank you, sir. Ooh. All right, now the question is, can we catch more? Can we continue to make this pattern work for us? I mean, this slow gear ratio reel Come on, thank you. Slow gear ratio reel, the 1/2 ounce Warpig, and just kind of slower handle turns definitely is a good recipe to mix together. Especially, I know exactly where these fish are at. And that's the second bite already. I saw a whole bunch of them up the bank a little bit. So.
Bag, I'm racing the clock. Look at them flock, watching them flop. Used to see this in my sleep when I ain't had put my thoughts in the car. I really was lost. Now I'm public with the soundscapes. Floss, I'm really pulling strings for the pound cake. I see you went for a puppet in the clown face for a little wage. The talk of the town is late. Still me, I never switch sides. Came a long way with the gas tank running on fumes. Wonder why you full on the envy. When it's all love, when I fall through with the young bulls, getting niggas a kidney, but you ain't mob, you a op. Must be lost in the sauce. Been here for the art and a jump start. Wanted this is mom packed the lunchbox with the Kool-Aid jammers. And I'm still throwing tantrum. I'm set to roam around the planet where they know the songs and they chant them. The vision turned into fruition. I'm really liking how it's panning. They call me collector, you thought I planned it. Been crazy, then it fell into place. Now everything's stable. I'm all in on the table. You selling that fable, we know that it's made up. We know what you made of. I do better offline, yeah. I've been calling to a guy. I'm in tune with the signs. I'm just trying to let go. I'm just trying to be me.